video rant about technology, drive time. Over 40 years, technology has evolved so much. You know, it changed. Technology has changed so great to the point where everything is smart. AI is taking over. Technology is so great. Why did I say that? It's because someday, this is just an opinion, but there's no real facts, there's no real logic, but this is just theory in plain sight. Technology is gonna get so smart. It's gonna get so smart where they don't technology. What I mean by technology is going to get so smart where it won't need human anymore. You can see it. You can see that technology is gonna get so smart. Man versus machine, the Terminator. Technology is upgrading. Just when you think technology is at its peak, it's even stronger. It's getting even greater. Technology is getting so advanced. I wonder if Elon Musk is using his AI robots to go to different planets. Because if they're like man, if those robots are like man, they can't breathe. But they can walk, and they can talk, and they can move, and they can lift like us. What if they go to another planet and they build? What if they're the new laborers, the robots? And what if we're the replacements? What if we are being replaced by a machine? You know, you go into these stores and you see these self-checkouts. And these self-checkouts do all the work. They give you the money. You pay for the product. Even when you go into a fast food restaurant, they got them now in the fast foods. You give them the money. They give you the money to pay for the product. Now you got smart everything. Everything is getting smarter. Technology is getting smarter. Even cars can drive by themselves now. They can drive by themselves, and they don't need someone to be behind the wheel. Isn't that crazy? That is insane. I mean, who would have think about that 40 years ago, 40, 50 years ago? If you talked about that like 40 or 50 years ago, you would have been a tinfoil. They would have said, man, this guy, he must have his tinfoil hat on. He must be insane. 20, 30, 40 years ago, 20, 40 years ago, even 20 years ago, talking about cars that drive by themselves, you would have been considered weird. You would have been considered you're a nutcase. You're a nut job. You know, nobody was thinking about driving controls. But they had a movie called iRobot. You seen that? iRobot? About the robots being so smart to the point where they think for themselves. I mean, that's gonna be insane if it comes down to a robot thinking for itself, I mean, what would be the robot's intention? What would be the intention of the bot? I'm not talking about a stereotypic man, like somebody who's closed-minded, but what if the technology gets so smart where they don't need us anymore? And what I mean by us is humans. What if the technology just gets so smart? We're building it, but it's coming to the, even there's this movie that I watched on HBO Max. It was The Ex Machinist or something like that. The movie was about a robot, and the robot was like an AI robot, and it was a scientist. And the robot, the guy, they had like a guy, he come to visit the robot. It was like I guess it was like a study or something like that. And it started out with them just communicating, and then to the point where he was like so in love with this robot. He fell in love with a humanoid robot. It's crazy. He was so in love with the robot. The robot outsmarted him to escape. It's crazy, you know? I mean, technology is getting greater and greater and greater and greater. But humans are still the same. We are still the same. We still argue over the same shit. We still argue over the same shit. Politics, religion, racism. We still argue over the same shit, but technology is getting greater and greater and greater and greater. What if technology don't need us anymore? What if it gets so smart where it doesn't need us anymore? That's going to be dangerous, very dangerous. It's going to be dangerous that technology is going to get so smart. It's going to get 100 years from now, 200 years from now, technology is going to be so advanced. It's going to be so insane. It's going to be so insane. We won't be alive to see it. What if technology gets so smart where it can bring you back from the dead, or it can heal you? Like, you break your leg, you step into the pod, and it laser you up, and then you're fine again. Or if you have cancer or something like that, you step into the pod, you heal, rejuvenation, you rejuvenate. Or what if, like, you know, you see these sci-fi movies, what if, you know, you lose an arm or something like that, and you have a choice if you want to be rejuvenated in a human arm, or you want a robotic arm, or, you know, some type of arm, a custom made arm. These are just rants, these are just thoughts, you know. You just think about stuff like this. Like, technology is getting so advanced. It's getting advanced fast. It's like everything is going fast. Are humans ready to move outside of space, outside of Earth? What if it gets to that point where we're free to go? How many people would stay on Earth? I mean, if it came to the point where we had technology so great where we didn't even need to be on Earth anymore, where would we go? What would we do? I mean, a lot of us would be scared. A lot of us would be scared to leave Earth. As much as we hate it here, a lot of us would be so scared to leave, because we don't know anything. We don't know anybody. We don't know anybody. We're just alone in the universe right now. Or do you believe we're alone? Technology is getting greater and greater. And if you're against it, if you see the change is coming, where Technology is getting so smart, your job is going to be replaced. You should think about that, because technology isn't going to change. Technology isn't going to stop. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. It's going to get so smart. I'm just being honest. You can see it with your own eyes. You can see it. It's getting so advanced fast. Just know that the future is real.